what's up, True Experience Nation? It's Rich McCaney here, teaching you how to experience the most. If you're new around here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, we focus on three things here at True Experience, and that is mindset, freedom, and weight loss. If you get down and you enjoy those type of topics, and more importantly, my vibes behind talking about those topics, then make sure to get connected and stay connected. Guys, today we're talking about the mindset around freedom, and that is How the Rich Think, the book we've been going over. Money mindset tip number 10. The middle class see money as a negative, while the world class believes money is positive. The book opens up and says, ask most people about money and you'll understand why they don't have any. I was at an event this weekend and they was talking about money, and the lady on stage, who is very quite wealthy, asked this question: what are your thoughts around money? And there's a lot of various answers coming out. Some were positive, some were negative. But overall, what's your gut reaction, knee-jerk reaction to money? If somebody were to just come up and just say, hey man, what about money? Tell me about money. You might think, I want more of it, not enough, requires a lot of hard work, all these different things that are selfishness, shallow, might be all of these things associated with a negative reaction, maybe even evil. Some people just might think like self-absorbed or evil or entitlement, only for the elite. Like there's going to be negative connotations around for a lot of people. Having various conversations about money or just hearing a lot of these things myself, I know it to be true because I used to say these things myself. Sometimes I still catch myself saying or thinking these things. And if you constantly have a negative reaction towards something, it's going to be hard to attract it to you. And if there's a resistance there. If you start thinking about what you don't want or you can't have it, or you're not going to get that. You're going to get more of the negative because you're focusing more on the negative. I hope that makes sense. A lot of people see money as a necessary evil that must be managed but never focus on. Is that you? Is that something you think of? And I have to be straight up honest. This is something that I personally have struggled with for years, because a big part of me wants to be an entrepreneur, wants to give my all, wants to be my best, and be wealthy. Like I'm not going to shy away from it. Like I want that, because I believe if I live up to my full potential, that will happen. But I am a Christian. I do believe in the Bible and everything that it says. And, in there's a very popular phrase. A lot of people say that, the love of money is the root of all evil. A lot of times people hear that misquoted and they say money is the root of all evil. That's not true at all. The love of. And I want to spend a second to explain it, because on stage, the lady who's very wealthy, awesome, like really great people, from everything I know about them, from the times I've spent around them, very, very giving people, like the world needs more people like them. But she requoted somebody else, and I don't know who it was, but they says the lack of money is the root of all evil. People were cheering. It was like, oh yeah, and they probably wrote it down. And it was one of the most false things I've ever heard, and one of the most false things I heard definitely over that weekend, because it's just not true. That's not a true statement at all. The love of money is the root of all evil, not the lack of. There's a lot of great people who don't have money. They're definitely not evil. They're amazing, awesome people, and some of us should strive to be more like those type of people. And so I did not like that quote in the slightest. However, with this mindset, if you have that mindset believing that the love of money is root, then you can't focus on it. You feel guilty for wanting it and focusing on it. And I want to take a step back. I want to address this just for a second. And the love makes you idolize something. Having money is not evil. No, every good gift comes from above. And so having money, giving back to the poor, being able to take care of yourself, being able to take care of your family, those are good things that the Lord provides for you. And so acquiring it and having it, it's not an evil, okay? Focusing on it to the point of loving it is. And I want to explain why that's the case. Bro, when you're in love with something, you idolize that thing. Your actions, your behaviors are all geared around getting that thing. Think about love. They say, well, love make you crazy. Love will make you blind. Love have you doing stuff that you wouldn't logically normally do. It'll change what you personally are about to acquire that thing that you love. That's why it's important on what you have your eyes focused on. And think about being in a relationship. Think about people on the outside of your relationship looking in. They think, well, I would never put up with that. Why you put up with that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing all this extra work? And that's because I love them. It's sacrificial. I'm willing to do things at the expense of myself to please them, that other person, to show that I love them. And in a good relationship, we're not in relationship mode right now, but that goes back and forth, by the way. Okay, that's not one always giving or one always receiving. That's a mixture. But the point is, you understand what I'm saying. When you love something, your world tends to revolve around that. You do things for your kids you wouldn't normally do for anybody else. It's because you love them. It's because you want to, because it gives you joy. When that type of attention, when that type of love goes toward money, it causes you to do things that's evil because you'll lie, you'll end up lying. You'll sacrifice your integrity. You'll stab people in the back, all in the pursuit of acquiring this money that you love so much. You put your stock and trust in that instead of in what's more important. And so that philosophy that is very much biblically and spiritually true has always kind of held me back because I couldn't balance the two. And I can focus on wealth now comfortably because I know value equals money. And I'm addicted to creating and giving value, and I know money will come, right? Like I'm addicted to what we have here. That's why y'all see me coming on here. I think about it all the time. I think about it when I'm running. It's mindset, freedom, and weight loss. My wife and I have a home-based business at home that provides freedom of choices, and it helps people lose weight. It's done both for us. And I know money's coming in now. Money will continue to come in, and I want to do that to the best of my ability because I know it brings value to other people. But my focus isn't money. And I hope that makes sense. Like my love is not that. That's just the byproduct of what's going to happen for what I do love. And so that can hang up a lot of people. I spend a little bit more time on just that section alone because I think it's very important. And I would love your feedback on that. I'd love a back and forth about what you thought about any of that part. But let's go ahead and keep moving. See, people don't want to focus on money. After all, I like this. There are more righteous things and pursuits like television, sports, and movies. The idea of building wealth seems shallow. Bro, truth. How much time do we actually spend watching TV or watching movies or even playing sports? I'm that way. Don't nobody really harp on me for talking about movies all the time or how much I love movies. I got Darth Vader painted on my wall for crying out loud. I've been to every single Star Wars opening that they've ever had since I've been alive that I can think of. Nobody hates on me for that. I put a lot of attention and focus on that. But the second I turn it towards, man, I really want to acquire money. I want to attract money and wealth. Then you feel shallow. You feel like, oh, you're entitled or you're an evil person. Those connotations, those thoughts hang people up. Think about this, man. A lot of people hate people who have money because they don't have money. It's just like somebody who's on sports. Let's say you want to be on the basketball team, but you're not athletic and you didn't put in the work to be on the basketball team. But deep down inside, bro, you'd wish anything you could be on that bench and get on the floor and hit some shots. But because you can't, you hating on the other people who can. And that's where a lot of this comes from. A lot of folks who are in the middle class who crave to have more money because they talk about it all the time. They talk about it more than people who do have money, to be honest. They really hate on the others, and it's because they lack it, not because they don't want it. Y'all feel me? The rich see money as a positive tool of power to create freedom and opportunity for themselves and their families. Bro, freedom and opportunity, that's all it's about. Freedom of choices. We talk about this all the time. I wouldn't trade your paycheck. I know there's people out there making more money than me. I wouldn't trade your paycheck or your income or your wealth for my freedom at all. Bro, I'm taking my kids to stuff all the time. I can't stress that enough. That's what it offers, is freedom of time, freedom of choices for you to decide what it is you want to do. And when you do that, it allows you to live a more limitless life. It allows you to choose, do you want to go on vacation? Do you want to stay longer? Do you want to get this? Do you want to sleep in or not? Do I want to go to this gym or do I want to work out at home? See, I'm not forced to do certain things. I choose to do things because I have the ability to do these things. And it's a very freeing experience, and it feels quite good, to be honest, to have control over your choices and not subject to not having hardly any money and being forced to do things you don't want to do. And I don't want to spend too much time on this video, but I heard some amazing, crazy stuff that people have had to do just to put food on the table for their families. And it's not good stuff. And it's not stuff that these people are proud of. And finding the opportunity that they found blessed them greatly because it allowed them not to do the things they were doing. You know what I'm saying? And so put yourself in a situation where you can make a choice. Here's another funny thing about it. Without the ongoing support of wealthy benefactors, most charities would not survive. Look, a lot of these people are making wealth, bro. Let's be honest. I've seen it firsthand. They give back. Who cares what the motives are? Some of them are genuine. I personally know people who are making bank. They give away more money in a year than I make in a year. Facts. And regardless of, it's just for a tax write-off, you can be cynical about it all you want. It don't matter. The point is, there's people out there receiving the benefits from charities that's held up and propped up by wealthy people. You know, like it or love it, hate it or whatever, that's just truth. Regardless of whatever their motives are, if they want to they're putting on, but deep down they wish they could keep it, or who cares? You know, charities are supported by people who are wealthy, and if you got a good heart, you could do more with more money. It's just truth. You know, you can go tell somebody, man, hey, man, I wish you well. Hope you get some food in your belly, but isn't it more powerful to be able to buy that food for more than just that one person? Like, you can do a lot of great things, especially if you have the right type of heart. So anyway, be careful about how you criticize money or creating wealth. The belief is either a tool of evil or empowerment. You need to choose which one, because the belief you choose to adopt will lead you to abundant wealth or middle-class mediocrity. And so I want to end with this question. Do you believe being rich creates more opportunities or more problems? I'd love your thoughts on this in the comments if you're watching, but thank y'all so much. I was really feeling this. I read it this morning. I apologize. We've been coming off a little break because I was traveling this past weekend. I didn't get the opportunity to put up a video. But anyway, guys, let me know if you like this kind of stuff. I want y'all to let you know, man, if you change the way you think, it'll change what you do, and it will definitely change what you get. It's like, do you know? Like, realize that I get paid from home to lose weight and help other people do the same thing, and you can too. If that's something you're open to getting information about, please hit me up and we can discuss it. I'll send over some information. But guys, thank y'all so much. Love, peace, and chicken grease. I'm out.